Yes,
That's
Just
just
as a list of things,
CP.
If you follow me, you can expect.
not an well, whatever. Not an auditory, but an oratory masterpiece. But you're an auditory masterpiece, Chip. I agree. Your voice is very
Semantics.
very nice, very soothing.
Can agree with that.
No, don't give him too big of a head. He has to say his recap first.
Ew.
Well, we're just hyping it up. We're hype men.
Yes.
Oh,
I
yes.
was also sort of waiting on DDS.
I have my drink now.
Also,
Okay.
early
Alright.
access to Sheep's thing.
So,
Supply to
$5.
Sheep's Patreon.
last session, we started in the cave that we chased the little, what was he? Darrow into?
Yes.
And noticed that, oh my, this is actually a really big place, and maybe we should look around a bit. One of the first things that we found in one of the early caverns was a old friend, the Darrow Bupido, our previous companion, who had apparently made a flesh puppet on an altar full of purple spirals everywhere. And that was strange. He attacked us, we attacked him. There were lots of shadows and shades and zombies and whatnot. But it wasn't too difficult of a fight. Peter was a bit of a pushover. After the fight on the altar, we noticed that there was a ghost of a boy, Pelek he was called, who requested that, well, maybe we should collect his bones. Most of them were at the altar, but his hand ran away because, well, he was so scared, and then his hand got scared and left. Now we have his bones. Now we have his bones in a backpack of ours, and have basically said, sure, we'll find your hand, and then you will be put to rest, basically. Continuing on, Sarah started acting really weirdly, staring into the distance of one of the tunnels. And he previously complained about headaches, and now we sort of noticed that his head was cracked and growing fungus, and then sort of exploded. Not entirely sure what that was all about, but it wasn't good. After that, my notes become sketchy, but we met a group of basically fungus people, not entirely unlike Stool, but more mature and such, dancing and singing praises about their mistress, the lady of fungus or whatever, which also sort of explains what Seraph might be all about, the demon queen of fungus and disease or something. They were just dancing. They were. We also found Stool's friend there, who is called. Where is he? He's gone. I can't see him. Something with P. I remember that much. And he was happy that we came because he doesn't agree to the dancing and the craziness, so he was just sort of sitting in a corner. And we said, yeah, come with us. We'll take you out of here. And Stool was happy, kept singing praises about us, and now he's loyal to everyone, and that's pretty good. Further down the cave, we met under the sounds of much delight and squeeze and high-pitched noises, a flump, a tentacly, not octopus-like, but certainly weird creature that we all know and love, mostly through metagaming. A creature that can't really lie well because it changes color to whatever emotion it's feeling. A trustworthy fella who wanted to do good, basically. And we were like, yeah, you seem to know some things about this cave, so why don't you come with us? You seem okay. The flump also mentioned something about a cave of whispers, I believe he called it. And Gash immediately was like, yes, we need that. Let's go there. The cave was indeed full of whispers, maddening and only semi-useful whispers for most. Gash stayed in there quite a while, despite the whispers being rather, what's the word? Dangerous, I suppose. He took a few risks. Risks that he might eventually regret in retrospect. But he got some good information about that library of his that he is searching. In fact, similar information that the Flump has given him, which is maybe you should talk to that giant, the stone speaker, as well as the giant who came to help the two-headed giant who ran through the city. After that, we kept exploring, found a cave full of spider webs, and we figured, yeah, let's go there, because obviously, to our surprise, we found spiders, including a two-headed spider, as we've found so many two-headed things at this point. And after finding a crack in the wall, we found a wholly different place, filled with invisible and enlarged Durga, who were apparently having like a fungus farm there. We came out in the middle of their field, and they sprayed us with fertilizer, as in poop. And it was a terrible affair, and we basically fled almost immediately. And after resting in this web-filled spider cave, we now wake up with half of us temporarily insane as something approaches. So that's the thing.
I'm so glad you waited for me. I enjoyed that.
As an extra little note, as something I remembered with back when we met the various fungal people in Rumperdump. They offered us some of the same red mushroom fungus stuff we saw coming out of the top of the dead Seraph's head.
We said no.
We definitely said
Thanks.
So a slight thing I'm not sure I've conveyed correctly is that, of course, this whole time there's been the thick purple mist everywhere. So thick that sort of if you stick your hand out and look at it, you will see it'll look purple because it's like a bellowing almost. Like if you see a theater thing and they have a smoke machine, it's like that sort of covering the floor especially, and then slightly thinner above. But when you wave your arm, you can sort of see the royals in the mist behind it.
Right.
Almost like prickling your skin all the time. Beyond that, it seems that the walls have entirely covered with strange spirals and symbols and weird lines and such that have grown seemingly dynamically. When you sort of look at them and try to focus on them and understand them, it's like your vision begins to blur and swirl around, and you get a slight headache from looking at them for too long, as their strange and weird symbols seem to almost move when you focus on them. Yeah. Again, I could make the whole thing purple, whole map purple, but that would not really look that good.
No, I think it's...
It is in this, of course, that you chose to rest in here. The spider web covered cavern with little remains been in here, eaten by the spiders that once inhabited it. Cyrilla ending up sitting here, watching out for the night, as everyone else was resting. For the ease of it, let's imagine that you've gotten somewhat used to sleeping in your armor with your blades next to you. It's hard, and it takes a very special kind of place for you to actually dare doing that. Normally, it's finding some sort of monster lair or like a special cave or something where you can rest enough. Instead of the cramped sort of hallways, here, there was a space enough, really. You've all had strange dreams or no dreams. Some of you might feel like you haven't slept at all. Some might feel they've slept for a very long time. Gash, for example. Well, why don't you tell us why or what he sees? Because what we see is that he is full of maddened bloodlust. Right?
Well, as he slowly wakes, he probably initially doesn't feel very different at all. His subconscious full of thoughts that maybe he's being a bit too careless in general, too trusting. And as he wakes, he sees a figure among the party, a figure very familiar to him, both loved and hated in perhaps equal amounts. A figure that he can't really still, after so many years, really make his mind up about. Because he is, in fact, seeing his brother. A quite famous, at least in the circles that he used to go, magical prodigy, a wizard of some description, a Dragonborn too, of course. However, his scales bright and golden and nice to look at compared to Gesh's black scales. And Gesh well, he's jealous. He is jealous to the point that, well, now that Gesh has maybe finally found a group of people that actually sort of need him, at least, that's good. Now his brother shows up. And his brother not really being here, but rather just a shape that he is imagining, might just make him swing all over the place with his dagger, being too bloodlusted to think about using his magic. Or perhaps subconsciously knowing that his magic wouldn't do much against his brother, who knows much bigger magic than Gesh would ever perhaps know by himself. Done the deal.
Now Riordan and Roland have both slept fairly well, really. Like, they haven't had strange dreams. But perhaps just as the moment of Liam startling awake, like, he'll be awoken by a weird like almost like screeching sound that the flump lets out. But up until that point, like, what has he been enduring during the night here?
Well,
Liam.
Liam has been dreaming about spiders. Spiders are like weird creatures with long appendages and like clawed fingers, wrapping him up like he has tried to resist, but he has never been able to move. Like, in dreams when you try to run away or like do something but you can't. It's that basically, and he's been slowly been wrapped up in webs, and all of these horrible critters have been crawling all over him and like into his ears and nose and mouth and stuff, and he has not been able to do anything about it, and so he is very unsettled when he starts awake.
Mm-hmm.
Still believing that he is encased or like has a lot of webs sticking to him.
Well, he has been sleeping in an area that has them, and he's sort of sleeping back. Perhaps is covered in it. Whatnot. Yep. Maybe little spiders are crawling around. Yeah. Worst of all, perhaps, is Lady Cyrillus. She hasn't. She's the one person who doesn't feel like she has slept at all. Right? She's been meditating, and that went fine. And then Roland went to do his meditation, and she went to take watch. And she's just been sitting here, thinking about her own things, dealing with her own life, keeping watch as she does, staying attentive. And then she saw something. Weird huddled shapes sort of clumsily stalking their way through the mists, roiling and moving, not really stealthy at all. However, as she tried to sort of warn the others or move or get up, panic began to spread because she couldn't. She can't move. She just sits there, frozen, as these creatures huddle their way closer with like a strange, like almost like snorting, growling sound. Their hungry fingers and stumpy noses getting closer and closer to her and her sleeping, resting allies who rely upon her for their safety. But for some reason, she's just unable to do anything. She can't. She's fully aware, but can't move.
I imagine she was like writing in her journal or something. Just sat there relaxing, writing every now and again, looking down the hallway, and she's like frozen in the glance to the side while still holding her quill.
Oh god! And then after she stops being paralyzed, she looks in her journal, and it's like pages and pages upon. I have to tell them. I have to move.
Yes, that's great. Yeah.
That's amazing.
No, that's definitely what happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just murder.
It's like
everyone.
She has written a lot of things.
That's all she could move.
Yeah. She doesn't remember doing it.
Great.
Yeah, and what you Riordan and Roland and Liam, for that matter, and Gesh too, wake up to is a flump sort of mental screech, because they speak telepathically, and this one is no different. Like, ah.
All right. Well,
and as you do, you see or hear like the grunting, grunting, snorting sound of. And well, the first thing I suppose is you have your own things, but other than that, you have a terrible smell, just horrible smell. And as you open your eyes, you see that not only is it purple here now, there's also a sort of sickly green gas spreading through the room.
Oh, great.
Of just terrible smell, absolutely horrendous. As we will just go into initiative immediately.
This is such a great situation.
Mm-hmm. I love the Underdark. It's a great place.
It's beautiful.
Roland wakes up first. You're probably prone, but I'm gonna say that due to you not being crazy right now, you have time to just get up.
Yeah, Roland will get up from not being crazy. That seems pretty fair.
Drench. Hi.
As a strange sort of hunched over monkey-like demons with snouts, sharp sticking teeth, and larger holes for ears. Sort of beady little eyes, and generally looking greedy for meat or souls or something to make them rise above their minor station. Well, they sort of huddle across like some sort of a crippled ape-like beast.
Luckily, I'm safe behind Cyrilla.
What would Roland know about these?
That would be a religion check, yeah.
What was that?
Religion check.
Damn it.
Cyrilla can
You know,
tell
I'll
you.
roll that one.
No,
I'm not
Cyrilla don't know
paralyzed.
You
shit
can roll
about
it now.
religion,
You
funnily
can roll it
enough.
now. You see them coming towards you. You can't tell anybody what you know.
You could write it down.
That's nice. Like I have Arcana, I have Nature. Damn it, it's religion, the one I don't have.
Oh,
If only I had advantage.
Oh, yeah, well, you know.
You don't
It's
know.
hard to have advantage when you're paralyzed.
These things. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're demons. There's some sort of terrible demon.
Is it fair? Is it fair for the purpose of sneak attack? Cyrilla does not count any currently.
She certainly does not threaten anybody or is engaged with nobody. She's
Alright.
helpless right now. She's she's not entirely helpless actually. She's paralyzed.
she's scary looking.
Which means she's automatically crit by anything attacking her.
All right.
Oh,
If you could do splash damage, that would be great.
I don't have splash damage. That's not like the rogue has.
So how does
'Cause this
Roland
ends
react?
when I take damage.
He sees perhaps Riordan blaring his eyes open as the film is waving its little tentacles, shaking Riordan like, wake up. Gesh looking crazy-eyed with his dagger out, like, ready to stab. Maybe even Cyrilla or Liam, or maybe his little dragon who's looking at him confused.
No, Daddy,
Liam is,
don't
like,
do
tearing,
it!
like shaking, brushing spiders
Not
and getting rid of all the web. While Cyrilla is just sort of sitting with her journal as she normally would, staring into the face of these monsters coming to eat her, doing nothing, no movement at all.
Okay.
Fireball.
Well.
Do you believe what you see?
That's kind of my question. Like, I kind of want to have Roland do an insight check here just to see, like, can he figure out what I want to go through his head
He
right
rolls over, falls asleep
Okay,
again. It's
yeah.
like, whatever. It's just...
Can you glean the situation in a millisecond and be like, what the?
I mean,
what's
your
going on?
initiative is the highest here, and not having initiative yet means you're still like, you get your bearings pretty damn quick, as it turns out. You're
I put it up to the fact that Roland has such a good insight. It's like, okay, what's going on? Okay, he's going crazy. Okay.
monsters.
Nonsense.
Because they certainly look like demons, and they're bad things.
Can I stand here and like attack around the corner or not?
Sure. Why not?
Okay, because
We'll say
Roland kind
that
of sees.
Cyrilla sitting on the floor doesn't actually take them. You can just stab
Roland
over
kind
her
of
head.
looks over at Gesh and is like, he doesn't trust Gesh anyway that much, and he's currently like got a dagger. No, staying away from Gesh.
He's blood sacrificing his familiar,
I would leave him to that, as I will go over here and I will proceed to try stab a drench, and then I will try to offhand slap Cyrilla. You know how it goes. So attacking the drench.
Well,
I crit the drench.
Wow.
GG.
Not a sneak attack, sadly, because Cyrilla is, currently engaged.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You stab it, and you do some.
I think 11 salty damage.
yes. It's delicious.
You wounded, horrible black ichor sort of dripping out of it.
And I proceed to slap Cyrilla. Do I need to make an actual attack against Cyrilla?
If you want to wake her up, you will need to do damage to her. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Can I choose not to auto crit her?
I suppose you could like try to punch her to do some damage. You have to punch her though, which is through the armor, which is somewhat
You
difficult.
do have advantage though,
You have
because
advantage,
she's
though, yeah.
helpless. So it is
You
fairly.
might still have you might still have
nice.
an unarmed attack ready.
Just don't crit it.
It
Okay?
should be with your offhand. Like, I don't think you can actually do normally you can do unarmed attacks with your offhand though.
That's a fair point.
Like you would have to do enough to do damage to her, like to hurt her, not just like
Stab her with the dagger.
Like that doesn't do
You
anything.
can like
Yeah,
hit him
just
with the
fucking
butt of the
stab her.
hilt or
Stab
something.
her.
Right?
We stab with a short sword, but
There
well,
you go.
you know,
Yes.
that is
that
20
hits.
for free damage.
Smack.
So you, I guess just get that thing in between the ribs or
Yeah.
somewhere.
Slowly cutting her throat, like yes, finally.
Looking into the eyes.
Oh, you're awake. Oh, that's awkward.
I'm sorry. But Peter told me to do it, okay?
As Roland cuts in, muttering at the same time, "What am I doing?"
Yeah, the pain perhaps waking her up, making her just sit there prone on the ground as these creatures loom above her.
My
Oh.
apologies, Lady Cyrilla. You're under attack.
Unknown enemies.
And I have nothing else I can do, so proceed with the drenching.
All right. We'll go here.
Boy.
As it lumbers forward, it begins to sort of, like upon its skin, pustules sort of quickly begin to grow and burst almost painfully. As it releases from these like a thick, bellowing green gas. Everyone was within a 10-foot radius, which is not Riordan. Will
And
get
the-
to do a save, a Constitution save against poison specifically.
Boy.
Should have been a green Dragon Ball.
Yeah, you're looking at
Oh,
DC
God.
11.
Oh. Alright.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I thought I might as well pump in the description box and do something there. So.
Yeah, we should start using that more.
If you fail,
As two of us have.
yeah, you are poisoned until the end of your next turn.
Okay. Doesn't mean anything to me, but
It is a status effect. Means you have disadvantage of attack rolls and ability checks.
That's actually good.
That's ow.
bad for me.
Yes, quickly
Yeah.
poison Gesh more.
Beyond that, this also makes you choke and such. So you can only take an action. You can take an action or a bonus action, not both on your turns. You also cannot take reactions.
Ah, shoot.
And there's like a stabbing in my direction, then.
I was banking on a reaction, but okay.
Well,
Figure out something else to do.
I suppose proceed.
Well,
Hmm.
but Riordan can take
Yeah,
every
the
action.
gas keep being around it, and so probably if you enter it or stay in it, you're gonna have to try again.
Okay.
It seems like that's something that they all are beginning to do. As it will all move over and see that Liam probably is scrambling to get ready to fight it, but Roland did attack, so it will attack him.
Number 3.
With its
Yep.
trying to scratch him with its claws
Eesh.
for a crit for 11 damage. And then it will try to do its bite as well. And that misses.
Thankfully.
Okay.
Next one will stumble forward a little bit. And since Cyrilla does not threaten right now, it will go for the one over here. Doesn't seem particularly fast. This is basically how far it can get. Stumbles over gas splitting over Riordan as well. It basically
Right.
covers the cave.
So con save for me
Effectively,
then.
at the beginning of your turn, as long as you're within 10 of one of these, you will have to do the check.
Okay.
You don't need to do it now. You can wait until it's your
Sure.
turn. It will do its claw attack.
Nope.
Nope. And then it'll try to bite you.
Nope.
Gordon.
Oh, all right. So con save first.
Yep.
It's,
Oh,
all
yes.
right.
You're fine.
Okay. He's a bit of chaos going on around him. He's a bit confused, and the Flump is frantically just
Waving.
absolutely manic
It
right
doesn't
now.
like
So
demons, as it turns out.
this stretch in front of him, he's gonna hex it right away. He's gonna cast hex on him.
Please spend ability score penalized.
Also, I will
Um,
say this. Be
yes.
careful what you spend here. I don't think we'll get much more rest down here. So
Yep.
we have some stuff to get through.
We do. Let's see here. So I will first. I was just trying to double check here and make sure what I'm doing isn't wasting my concentration, basically. So yeah, I'm gonna hex this guy in front of me. And I'm gonna target his strength. And then I think this guy's kind of threatening him from doing stuff. So, yeah, I think what he's gonna do is he's gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on the dretch in front of him as well.
All right.
And we'll see what his wisdom save is.
Yes, we will. Oh, looking at no wisdom save.
Yes.
Some sort of enchantment effect. Wisdom.
Otherwise, it will take 15 psychic damage.
Yes.
The second one is not correct at all. A second.
Yeah, no problem.
There we go. That looks
8.
like a failure.
Yep. So he takes 15, and he also must move away as far as the speed allows from me, which invokes an attack of opportunity from me, which I'll take now as well, unless he has something that prevents that.
He does not.
The only thing that prevents that is the poison, which you've
That's an 18 for 9.
You might have killed Ed Flair here.
So that's
It's 24 damage.
24.
Between your psychic wisdom.
Don't forget the bonus damage from the hex.
That's
Oh
true.
yes. Oh, hex as well. It's
You hit him
1d6.
twice, so you get that twice.
2d6.
1d6, so 2d6. It's 12.
That's 12 plus 24.
36.
36. He's mad. He wants
You
this
tell
guy
me what
dead.
happens there as he
All
turns
right,
into
so-
Iker from the.
The whispers kind of and basically just from the inside he seems fine, and suddenly his entire head just completely implodes upon itself as he kind of grips his skull and basically crushes his own skull to get the whispers out of his own head. Yeah, and he basically crushes himself to death.
Oh.
And with that, he still has his movement. So Riordan's going to move away from this poison cloud. So he's going to move. Going to urge the Flump to come with him slightly. He's going to move up here in
Sure.
the corner.
I'll come with you.
Don't want you to get poisoned too. And I think as far as that goes, I still have a bonus action, don't I?
You would, yeah. If you had any.
no,
Well,
you
you
use-
spent hex on it.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
So
But I can move it next on one of my next turns, can't I?
Mhm.
Okay, sure. That's me for now then.
when you can basically for the next hour, constantly keep putting it back down.
Yep.
Have this one here. Over here and attack Lady Sevilla. Claw.
Nope.
Biter.
Nope.
Boing.
Yes.
Gesh.
Well, Gesh will have very large eyes just before narrowing them again as he shouts, "Oh, it's you! Of course you would come to take away all I'm working for!" Stab his stretch
Mhm.
That is the
Dagger.
closest thing to him.
Oh
actually.
god.
and crits
4
Ooh.
damage.
4 damage.
Oh, his hatred burns bright. He stabs him.
Rawr.
Let's see. I think the Muncher can still act. He's not insane, I think.
Sure.
So, see anything. There you go. So Finger Muncher will get the hell away from Gesh and help Roland attack Dredge number 2.
Liam,
Alright.
let's see your save
yeah.
against spiderwebs.
Yes.
Are you afraid?
Let's find out. Maybe?
I believe that's a yes.
I don't know the DC.
We looked it up last time. Where's the
Wait, I have it open.
like the spell from?
It's Antipathy.
Spell thing.
It's a wisdom save, but the DC depends on the caster, I suppose.
Oh.
Yes. Well, since it's your own mind, let's say you're the caster.
Okay. The DC for my spells are 12, I think? Yes, 12.
All right. There
Right,
you go.
So I need to go away from these webs.
Mhm.
So I'll go away over here. As far away as I can.
Huh.
And
I'll see where you've gone away.
I'm having some internet issues. It might be
Okay.
because of that. Oh.
Hmm?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm trying to move.
I hear a very slightly robotic undertone to you.
Yes, slightly.
I fucking hate my internet. I've called, I've complained. They're like, "Oh, we'll fix it." They don't fix it.
They're like in their runny bath.
Silly Jonas.
They bought the "We'd fix it" line again.
You don't like the internet? I guess you can just not have it.
Yeah, so cool.
So where would you like? Oh, there. I see.
Oh, he moved a
Sign
space.
of life.
Can I still
Stab.
attack from there? Because I do have range attacks.
I'll move you to where I saw you move to, like over there, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Behind the dead dredge.
Yes.
Just like-
Yeah, you can still, as long as you move as far away as you can still do it.
Alright.
You're frightened. You have disadvantage on attack rolls, but yeah, you can still attack.
In that case,
Sure.
I'll guess I'll use my shield touch on the dredge 3 over there.
Right.
What
At
if
least you're
this
out of
will
range of the
work?
gas.
It's true. I don't know if this takes my prime stat into account properly for this attack.
I mean, do you have a class set up for that?
I mean, yes, fighter, but the last time we tried this, it didn't work. It was just
Your strength as the casting stat.
yeah, basically, or like using like nothing because I can't handle it. I don't know how to check it either, but a
If nothing,
12.
just roll it manually. I mean,
Does a
a
12?
12? I don't see anything. But a 12 does hit.
Okay,
Very
8
soon.
damage then on it.
What kind?
Necrotic.
Necrotic damage. All right.
Ooh.
There we go.
All right.
Well, in that case, that was all I did. I think I need to restart my internet or something because
That
I don't
seems
think
like a
this is
good
going to
idea.
be.
Still haven't seen the attack roll. So.
Yeah.
Solid idea.
Halldamir, can you take over recording?
Sure. Not a problem.
Okay,
Sure.
I'll be back in a bit.
I see the attack.
Hopefully.
Oh, the attack showed up.
Attack is here.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Welcome back,
Well,
attack.
it was disadvantage though, right?
It was disadvantage, yes.
Which means it would be a 10, which would not hit.
All right, whatever. I'll be back in a bit.